Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to know about the chapter Chameleon, and in this video we will know about the author, about the title, justification of the title and introduction of this chapter, then detailed study of the chapter and then summary and followed by a question answer session. So let us start first of all about the author. So author of this chapter is Anton Chekhov, and he was born in the year 1860 and died in 1904. He was a Russian playwright and short story writer. He is considered to be one of the greatest writers of short fiction. He wrote about the Russian period of depression. He often took a moment in the life of some men and showed the man's character and soul in a few pages. But although he knew the weaknesses and faults of Russia, he didn't find a way out of the troubles. The Chameleon is a good and characteristic example of his short stories. So let us know about the title, justification of the title of this poem. So the title of the poem is A Chameleon. So what is a chameleon? Chameleon is a creature that changes color to blend it in with its surroundings. And in this chapter we find a character who is a main character named police superintendent Akumulev. He is compared with a chameleon because of his attitude, because of his changing attitude towards the situation, and he changes his attitude depending on each situation. So the title A Chameleon is very appropriate. So now let us know about the introduction of this chapter. So the Chameleon poem, short story is written by Anton Chekhov and was published originally in 1884 in the issue of Osolki magazine with the subtitle of A Little Magazine, and later on it was again published. And in this, when we go to the story, we find out that there is basically two main characters. First is police superintendent Akumulev and second is Ryukin. He is a drunkard, and in this chapter we find out how the Ryukin, a drunkard, has had his finger snapped by a small dog, bitten by a small dog, according to him. But according to the one witness in this chapter, he says that he was not bitten. He has created trouble for that dog. And the policeman Akumulev's attitude changes throughout the chapter. So what we are going to study now, let us understand the chapter. So the police superintendent Akumulev is walking across the market square wearing a new overcoat and carrying a parcel under his arm. A red-haired policeman strides after him with a sieve full of confiscated gooseberries. So in the first paragraph, what we find out that there is police superintendent Akumulev and he is walking across the market square wearing a new overcoat and carrying a parcel under his arm, and he is very confident. And a red-haired policeman, he is strides, he walks with the long steps behind him, and it shows the confidence. And what he is carrying a full sieve of confiscated gooseberries. Confiscated means something which is officially taken away from a lawbreaker as a punishment. So there are some confiscated gooseberries in his hands, and there is silence all around, not a soul in that market square. And the open doors of the shops and taverns look out upon God's words disconsolately like hungry mouths. There is not even a beggar near them. So it means it seems that everybody is unhappy there, and nobody is out, and that is why there is silent. And so in the first paragraph we find the setting of this chapter, and then suddenly we find that there is a voice. So you bite, you damned brute, Akumulev hears suddenly. So this voice comes, and then the response was that, lads, don't let him go, biting is prohibited nowadays, hold him. So this sound breaks the silence, And then there is a sound of dog yelping. Dog yelping means the dog was crying in pain, and Akumilev looks in the direction of the sound and sees a dog hopping on three legs and looking about her run out of Ryukin's timber yard. A man is starched cotton shirt with his waistcoat unbuttoned is chasing her. So who is that man? The man is Ryukin. He runs after her and throwing his body forward falls down and seizes the dog by her hind legs. Once more there is yelping. Again the crying was sound was there and a shout of don't let go. Sleepy countenances are protruded from the shops. Sleepy countenances and protruded. What it means? Sleepy countenances means sleepy faces. Protruded means they pushed out due to this incident. They popped out of their shops. They just come, and soon a crowd was there which seems to have sprung out of the earth. Means I don't know from where that crowd came, but it came there. The crowd was gathered there, and it gathered around the timber yard. The timber yard was the place where this incident happened. So here whatever the line is there, sleepy countenances, sleepy faces, and pushed out of their shop due to this incident, it shows that the setting of the story is 19th century of Russia, where everybody was under the depression, and not the society was under the depression, and that was the ruler was the czar. So the effect, the setting shows that sleepy faces, and it shows their characteristics of the society, that the people were like that at that time due to the that era. And then what was the response? It looks like a row, your honor, says the policeman. Now the response comes that it looks like a row means a noisy quarrel. So it looked like a row, no, your honor, means they were criticizing that dog, and Akumilev makes half turn to the left and strides towards the crowd. It showed the confidence and the dominating nature of the Akumilev, that how he just take a half turn to the left and strides. Strides means walks with long steps. Walk with long steps towards the crowd. He sees the aforementioned man in the unbuttoned waistcoat, Ryukin, standing close by the gate to the timber yard, holding his right hand in the air and displaying a bleeding finger to the crowd. So he was showing his holding his right hand in the air and displaying a bleeding finger to the crowd on his half drunken face. It shows again that not so much active. His half drunken face, there is plainly written, it was clearly written in his face, that I will pay you out, you rogue. And indeed the very finger has the look of a flag of victory. Means that was not very neat and clean kind of personality. He was showing that finger, that bleeding finger, as a sign of victory. It means that he was not very good as a person. He was taken he wanted to take this situation as an advantage. So in this man, Akumilev recognizes Ryukin the goldsmith and the culprit dog, who has caused the sensation, a white puppy with a sharp muzzle, and muzzle means nose and mouth, sharp nose and mouth, and a yellow patch on her back, is sitting on the ground with her four paws unstretched in the middle of the crowd, trembling all over. That was trembling. There is an expression of misery and terror in her tearful eyes. So what is all about? So conversation starts, that what is all about? Accumulative inquires, pushing his way through the crowd. What are you here for? Why are you waving your finger? Who was it shouted? I was walking along here, not interfering with anyone, your honor. Ryukin begins. Now he starts his conversation. Ryukin, cuffing into his fist. I was walking about forward to Mitrich when this low creature brute for no rhyme or no reason bit my finger. You must excuse me. I am a working man. Mine is fine work. I must have damages, for I shall not be able to use this finger for a week. Maybe it is not even in the law, your honor, that one should put up with it from a beast. If everyone is going to be bitten, life wouldn't be worth living. So here he was started to protest, and he just cleared the situation for Akumilev. As you can see in the picture, that Ryukin is there, and then dog is there, the yelping dog is there, and the gathered crowd is there also. And this is the Market Square place, and how the faces of the people are there, you can see. And then, very good, says the accumulator sternly, cuffing and cleansing his eyebrows. Very good. Whose dog is? So, in this paragraph, what we find out that accumulative look out the matter. He wanted to know the situation, and he gives his response also. He says instantly that I will give him a lesson, and Yeldrin, he cries for that for his follower who was in the beginning. In first paragraph we find out that he was following the red haired man, was following police accumulative. So he calls him as Yeldrin, and he orders him that find out whose dog is this, and draw a report, and the dog must be strangled without delay. It's sure to be mad. Whose dog is? I ask. So here, what was his response? He was very much stern and very much rigid out of his reaction, and he was at once he says that he criticizes that dog. And then someone in the crowd says that I fancy that it's General Gigolov's dog. Then when he hears the General Gigolo's dog, he feels that it's frightfully hot, and then takes off his cloak, big a kind of big cloth, overcoat, kind of overcoat, and then it shows his attitude that he is not feeling very good when he hears. And then he changes it in the coming paragraph. He changes his sides, and he says, now the conversation turns, and someone in the crowd says that Ryukin put a cigarette in her face, Your Honor, for a joke, and she had the sense to snap at him. He is a nonsensical fellow, Your Honor. So now, when someone says this in the crowd, then what was his response? Accumulative's response, that is a lie. Means, sorry, it was the response of Ryukin. He protests that, and then someone says uh, in the crowd with a profound conviction that the general hasn't got like that. His dogs are mostly setters. It's a breed of dog, and large hunting dog, hybrid dog. So he says that, someone in the crowd says that it's a general's dog. Then again he says, I know it too, the general has valuable dogs. When it was cleared in the crowd that it was general's dog, then suddenly he changes his sides, and he says, again he started to criticize that dog, and he says, accumulative says that it's a low creature, and keep a dog like that. Who will keep a dog like that? Where is the sense of it? If a dog like that were turned to be a Petersburg or Moscow, do you know what would happen? They would not worry about the law. They would strangle in the twinkling. You have been injured, Ryukin, and we can't let the matter drop. We must give them a lesson. It's a high time. Again he was in the favor of Ryukin and against to that dog, and he was criticizes the dog also. And then someone in the crowd again says that maybe it's general's dog. So someone in the crowd says that yes, it is general, that is certain. And then again he feels some cold, and he says that let me take it, let me have this coat, wear it. And then again it shows his changing attitude, and again he changes his attitude, and he says that he was in a favor of that dog, and he says that dog is a delicate animal, and you put your hand down, you blockhead. Which he started to criticize Ryukin, and he says that it is no use you're displaying your fool of finger, it's your own fault. Now he was in favor of that dog when he hears that this dog belonged to the generals. Then again he changes his side, and he starts to criticize the Ryukin, and he was in the favor of that dog, and he appreciates the dog. Again there Prohor comes. Who was Prohor? Prohor was the cook of that general, and when he comes, general's cook, then they ask that whose dog is this? Then he says that no, it's not general's dog, he never have such kind of dogs. Then again Akumilev turns his side, he changes his attitude, and he again start to criticize that dog by saying that it's a stray dog. There is no need to waste time talking about it. Since he says that it's a stray dog it is. It must be destroyed. Means he says that it should be destroyed. The dog should be destroyed. That is all about it. He's so badly starts to criticize that dog, and then Prohor says that it's not our dog and it belongs to the general's brother. Now he says that it's this dog belongs to general's brother, and again he in the further lines we can see that when he hears again he changes his sides. He accumulative and he says that no, it's a whole face beams with ecstatic smile, and he says I didn't know has he come on a visit. Means he again blink his eyes and he says he excellency brother whose dog is this, he come on here, did he come here for a visit? Then he got the answer that yes. Then he again changes his side and he says that so this is honors your honors dog, delighted to hear it, take it, it's not a bad pup, a lively creature, snapped at this fellow's finger, haha, come, why are you shivering, Rog angry, a nice little pup. Prahar calls the dog and walks away from the timber yard with her. The crowd laughs at Ryukin. I will make you smart here. Accumulator threatens him, wrapping himself in his great coat, goes on his way across the square. So here we find the story that the story is ended, and what we find out that how he changes. What we finally find out that he was in the favor of the dog, and dog was taken away by the Prahor, the cook of that Vladimir, the named Vladimir person, and that was a high rank post of the person, high rank person of the society, and that is why he didn't do anything to that dog, and the dog was safely away from that site that gathered that crowd, and he laughs accumulative and gives no response, and that was the ending. So in this ending what we find out that how he is changing his sides. In the end of the story we find that how much interesting is this. Despite that there is no resolution, Ryukin remains unhappy. He knows that he had not been treated fairly. He knows this, but again it is difficult to judge that Ryukin. We cannot be in the favor of Ryukin also at the end of this chapter. We cannot be in the favor of the Ryukin. Why? Because it is possible that Ryukin may have hit the dog who in turn bit Ryukin. There are no witness in this chapter that to what has happened, and those who pass remarks on the matter are also difficult to judge, as Chekhov gives the reader little or no information about each character in this story. The facts are simply what has been presented to the reader. It is left for each individual reader like us to judge ourselves that whether Ryukin was attacked by the dog or did he provoke the dog, as some people in the crowd suggested. It is for the reason that the story is more interesting. Chekhov is allowing for the reader to become a participant in this story and to judge everything according to their thinking. So now this is the chapter. Let us know the quick summary of this chapter. So this what is the summary in this chapter? What we find that Akumilev, who is a main character, police inspector, superintendent in this story, he is walking in the beginning through a marketplace when all of a sudden the sound of voice came to his ears. After following the voice, he discovers that it is Ryukin who has come by timber yard to pick up the wood. Ryukin claims to have been bitten by a stray dog and demands compensation and that dog to be shot. Akumilev, now under the eye of immense crowd of beholders, immediately agrees with the complaint, pronouncing it is time of something to be done about the gentlemen who are not willing to obey the regulations. But when someone in the crowd who has come to see what is going on suggests that the dog is general's, Akumilev changes his attitude, now blaming Ryukin for the incident. Another beholder then tells Akumilev that the dog is in fact not a general's, and again he changes his attitude, claiming that the general's dog are expensive and this one just like ugly, dirty. Akumilev goes on to change his mind every time someone suggests something different about the incident, only in order to protect what will be the good for his self. He is worried about his image as a public figure. each time making his decision based on how he thinks the crowd he will perceive him. Akumilev is the perfect example of human injustice and hypocrisy. After the story goes on to figure out whose dog is it, and it is revealed that is General's brother's dog, and being fed with General, the inspector got the dog back to its owner, Prohor, and we find the story end. Now let us know the question answers of this chapter quickly. So first, there are 2 questions in section A and 6 questions are there in section B. So first, in first section, question number 1, there are 3 parts. So first question is, in that first part is, who is Akumilev and where is he? So answer is, Akumilev is a police superintendent and he is in the market square. Then second question is, what is he carrying under his arm? So the answer is, he is carrying a parcel under his arm. Now C question is, what is the red haired policeman carrying? So answer is, the red haired policeman was carrying a sieve full of confiscated gooseberries in his hands. Now second question, there is a sentence has been given and then 3 questions are there which are based on this sentence. So sentence is, you must excuse me, I am a working man. Mine is a fine work. I must have damages, for I shall not be able to use this finger for a week. Maybe it's not even the law, Your Honor, that one should put up with it from a beast. So question is, who speaks these words? So answer is, Ryukin speaks these words. Next question, why did the dog bite him? So answer is, Ryukin informs the police superintendent that the dog bit him without any reason. Now next C question, why does he want damages for being bitten? So answer is, Ryukin was a working man. He wants damages because he couldn't use his finger for a week. Now section B, there are 6 questions. First question is, where and when is the story set? And there is note the exact place and time are not mentioned in this story, but can you infer and justify the time from the names and behavior of the people? So answer is, the story is set in Russia during the 19th century. Now next second question, the road is described in the beginning. What causes the sudden change? So answer is, road deserted in the beginning. A sudden sound of Ryukin crying over the dog which has bitten him causes the sudden change in that market. Now next question, third question, is Ryukin really the victim? What is he doing when he is bitten? What is the condition of the dog as it being chased? So answer is, no, Ryukin is not really the victim. He is talking about firewood to Mutrich. The dog is yelping and hopping on 3 legs and looking about her. Then next question is fourth, initially what punishment does Akumilev draw up for the dog? So answer is, initially Akumilev said the dog must be strangled without delay. It's sure to be mad. Now fifth question is, when Akumilev talks, he sometimes puts on his cloak and sometimes takes it off. Why does he do so? So answer is, when Akumilev talks, he sometimes puts on his overcoat and sometimes he takes it off. He does so because he changes his attitude with every new statement. He used his overcoat cover his nervousness. Now next, last question is, who is the chameleon and why does the author call him like that? So answer is, a chameleon is a creature which changes its color according to the situation in the same way Akumilev changes his attitude in the story. The author calls him a chameleon because he changes his stand every now and then in this chapter. So this is all about the chapter. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If it is liked by you, please share it and subscribe the channel. Thanks a lot once again for watching this video.